Hi there. It's December the 14th and time for Proverbs 14. Over here. Now he's comparing wisdom and fools, as he often does, right? And we want to be the wise ones, right? A wise woman builds her house, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. How? Usually by not doing anything, right? The one who walks uprightly fears Adonai, but one devious in his ways despises him. It's easy to find people like that despise God. And just turn on the TV or your computer and they're everywhere. Right? In the mouth of a fool is a rod for his back, but the lips of the wise protect him. How? Keeping your mouth shut most of the time, right? Where there are no oxen, the stalls are clean, but from the strength of an ox comes an abundant harvest. Now this is easy to put in today's terms, okay? Where there, if you're talking about an auto repair shop, for example, where there are no cars, the shop is clean, right? But your business comes from working on cars. So you can usually tell the best mechanics are the ones with lots of cars parked outside, right? And the same goes with a barber shop, right? And anywhere else. If there's no hair on the floor, he's not cutting hair, he's not making money. So, or in farms, right? Where there are no oxen, the stalls are clean. Okay, 5. A trustworthy witness does not lie, but a false witness breathes out lies. Right? There's lots of those around too. There's lots of them in politics, particularly. A scoffer seeks wisdom, yet finds none, but knowledge is easy to the discerning. Right? The scoffer don't find wisdom, even though they seek it, because they won't listen to anybody, right? You can't tell them anything. Right? 7. Walk away from a fool, for you will find no knowledge on his lips. Right? And these protesters, these fools, walk away. The wisdom of the prudent is to consider his way, but the folly of fools is deception, right? You think about what you're doing before you do it, right? That's prudence. 9, fools mock silt of sin. Guilt of sin, right? But among the upright is goodwill, right? Kindness, goodwill. I like that. I like that. It says favor over here. These people, fools that mock a guilt of sin. I'm going to hell with all my friends, man. If they only knew, right? 10, the heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. Right. And we always highlight this just because it's kind of important, okay? You can't know exactly how someone else feels, even if you went through the same exact circumstances, right? You can't know exactly how they feel, okay? Because everybody is unique and created differently, right? You can empathize, but you can't know exactly how they feel, whether it's bitterness or joy, okay? You can be happy for them in their joy, but you can't know exactly how they feel, right? Only God, or Adonai, they say in this version, can know exactly how you feel. Okay? 11, the house of the wicked will be demolished, but the tent of the upright will flourish. And he has these promises all over. These promises are all over the Bible. All right? But towards the end time, the wicked seem to be flourishing, but they won't in the end, okay? They won't. Means their mansions will be demolished, but our tiny houses will flourish. Well, there is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. Right? Want to have your own way? I wouldn't. 13, even in laughter the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. Right? And that kind of goes along with the 10 right there, right? The heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can cherish joy. Even in laughter, the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. Right? You can see somebody that's, you can make them forget about their troubles for a while, okay? Make them laugh, but the hurt always returns. Okay? Always. 14, a backsliding heart partakes of its ways, and the good man is rewarded for his ways, right? The heart that declineth shall be satiated with his own ways, but a good man shall depart from him. A good man is rewarded for his ways. Right? If you're backsliding, have your own way. Paul says the sins of the flesh, right? You give over to the sins of the flesh. 15, the naive believes every word, but a shrewd discerns his steps. The naive. So it's foolish over here, okay? Naive is somebody who just doesn't know. Believes anything you tell them. Right? And some people do. Some people will believe anything you tell them. But the shrewd person discerns his steps, right? Means, look, what does this mean? What are their true intentions? It's discernment is knowing somebody's true intentions. 16, the wise fears and turns away from evil, but the fool is hot-headed and reckless. Now, it's easy today to see the evil, the protesters, the looters, the people that burn and destroy things and glue their hands to the street and just crazy stuff, right? Wise people turn away from that, okay? Stay away from that stuff. Don't even go down there. I'm going to deal with them because you can't deal with them because they're fools. They won't listen to you, okay? They are hot-headed and reckless. 17, one with a short temper acts foolishly, but one with crafty schemes is hated. Crafty schemes. It's a busybody over here with a note. The man of imaginations. Crafty schemes. Get rich quick. Daydreamers. Right? Everybody likes those people. The naive inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Right? Naive. The foolish inherit foolishness. Prudent are crowned with knowledge. Well, that's what we're after, right? 19, evil men bow in the presence of the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. The evil shall bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. If this come not daily to pass, we must consider that it is because of our sins which let God's working. That's a weird note, isn't it? But actually, someday the evil men bow in the presence of the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. Right. We just don't see that now, do we? Okay, poverty and riches. Okay, this is interesting. The poor is hated even by his neighbor, but many are those who love the rich. Now, do they really love the rich or just their money? Okay? As you lose your money, you find out who your true friends are. Okay? Nobody likes a poor person because you can't give him anything. Right? And some people are just after stuff, monetary gain. 21, whoever despises his neighbor sins, but whoever is gracious to the needy is blessed. Okay? Now, they call everybody your neighbor. A homeless person is your neighbor, lives in your town. Be gracious to them. Friendly, not despising them. You will be blessed. Okay? Be nice to people. That's everybody. 22, indeed, those who plot evil go astray, but the grace and truth come to those who plan good. Right? You know, there are people that plot evil. I mean, some of them are very famous too. We won't mention any names because that gets us in trouble. Grace and truth come to those who plan good. Plan good. Be kind. 23, in all hard work there is profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Right? In all work there is profit. Okay, never look down on somebody who's working no matter what they're doing because they are working. Right? Mere talk leads only to poverty. People that just talk and don't work. 24, the crown of the wise is their riches, but the folly of fools is foolishness. The folly of fools is foolishness. Folly means foolishness. The foolishness of fools is their foolishness. Right? The crown of the wise is their riches. Now, if you are wise, stuff will come. It'll just come because you're wise, you're prudent, you're kind. Right? It comes back to you. Okay? And that's riches. 25, a truthful witness saves lives, but the one who utters lies is treacherous. All right. There are false witnesses out there. They're usually paid by somebody. 26, in the fear of Adonai, one has strong confidence. It will be a refuge for his children. Right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. It says over here, in the fear of the Lord is an assured strength, and his children shall have hope. Right. A refuge for your children. Right. If you fear the Lord, a good Christian, you follow his paths, right? Your children will have a refuge. 27, the fear of Adonai is a fountain of life, turning away from the snares of death. Right? 28, a large population is a king's glory, but lack of subjects is a prince's ruin. Yeah. In the multitude of the people is honor of a king. Right? King's glory only if everybody's following him. Right? If they stop following him, like you can see in some of these countries now, that they have stopped following their leader, and their leader has to run and hide in another country. Right? Lack of subjects is a prince's ruin. And they all turn against him. 29, one who is slow to anger shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one exalts foolishness. Right? We all want to be slow to anger, right? That's, whoa, what'd I do? See, now I messed everything up. I hit a button and everything just went away, didn't it? How I did that. Okay, we were right here. One who is slow to anger shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one exalts foolishness, right? Be slow to anger, patient, kind. It's not always easy, but mind has to be in the right place, right? 30. A tranquil heart is life to the body, but envy is rottenness to the bones. So a sound heart over here is life to the flesh. Tranquil heart is life to the body. Can you be at peace with yourself? Thankful for what you have and not envy somebody else? They got this and I didn't. It's no fair. That'll rot you out from the inside. Envy is a rottenness, right? Let's highlight that. Envy is rottenness to the bones. Right? You should put that on the wall, okay? 31. The one who oppresses the poor shows contempt for his maker, but whoever is kind to the needy honors him. Right? That's important. The one who oppresses the poor shows contempt for his maker. Right? God made them in his image. And I have a dog down here. Hi, buddy. And if you oppress them, you are showing contempt for God. Okay? But whoever is kind to the needy honors God. See that? Capital H, him. Okay? Remember that. 32. The wicked is brought down in his calamity, yet the righteous has a refuge, even in death. Okay? That's when the fun begins, if you're a righteous person. We'll make the screen. We're following a trail of righteousness in these chapters, and I'm going to put them all together in the end. We have this huge list of what the righteous do, right? And this one, the righteous has a refuge even in death. Right? 33. Wisdom rests in the heart of the discerning, and even among fools she is known. Yeah. Wisdom is known. Right? Can you be discerning, telling the good from the bad? Okay. Some people just know. 34. Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a disgrace to any people. Right? You don't have to go into that, right? It's happening everywhere. And 35. The king shows favor towards a servant who acts wisely, but his wrath is on one who is disgraceful. The boss, the king. They don't like disgraceful people. There you go. That's 14. We see what I highlighted on here. This one. In the mouth of a fool is a rod for his back, but the lips of the wise protect them. Right? Your lips can protect you if you know when to keep your mouth shut. Right? And 4. We went into this where there are no oxen, the stalls are clean. But from the strength of the ox comes an abundant harvest. Right? Now they use tractors. Back then they used oxen. And they're dirty animals. Goodwill. The highlight of the word goodwill. Among the upright is goodwill. It means you want everybody to do well, right? 10 and 13 go together. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no one else can share its joy. And even in laughter, the heart may ache, and the end of joy may be grief. Right? You can't know how somebody else feels. Joy, but you can empathize. You say, I went through that same thing. It's not going to make them feel better. It's like, well, good for you. You went through the same thing. Just, you can only be there. You can only listen. You can't fix it. You can only listen. Right? You can make them laugh for a while, but then the end of joy is grief. Now I have another dog. Dogs found me. Okay, we highlighted 20. The poor is hated even by his neighbor, but many are those who love the rich. Right? Rich people have friends. Or is it their money that has friends? Okay. Do you like the person or do you like their money? Most people like their money. Okay, highlighted 26. In the fear of Adonai, one has a strong confidence. It will be a refuge for his children. Right? If you follow the Lord, you fear the Lord, you can be confident. And your children will have a refuge. Right? Good stuff. And 29, one who is slow to anger shows great understanding, but a quick-tempered one exalts folly, foolishness. Right? Right? Remember that. Slow to anger. Not always easy. And a good statement in 30. A tranquil heart is life to the body, but envy is rottenness to the bones. Right? Be thankful for what you have, and don't envy what you don't have. And 31, the one who oppresses the poor shows contempt for his maker. But whoever is kind to the needy honors, capital H, him, God. You're not honoring the needy, you're honoring God. God made everybody in his image. All right? And you oppress somebody, you're making fun of them, you're making fun of God. You think he likes that? I don't think he does. And another righteous, it's the only righteous one on this one. Righteous is a refuge even in death. And I'm going to put all these righteous ones together. You know, righteous. That's the yesterday. It's righteous. They're making those green. Righteous. So, like I said, we're going to put all these together in the end. Say all the attributes of a righteous person, right? So there you have it. That's Proverbs 14. Right? And what are we doing today? 349. We're on day 349. And I think we're starting Colossians today, which is another, we finished Acts yesterday. Finally, it took us a long time because there was a lot of epistles, lots of letter writing Paul was doing while he was in his missionary journeys. And they put those in there. This is Colossians, which was probably written while he was in Rome. Okay, he was in Rome for years before they finally, did away with him. So, but we're studying that. Stay tuned for that later on today. But remember, give us a like if you think about it. But tomorrow we'll continue. See you then.